Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Steph and this is Ordinary Plant Girl. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video, and if you are returning, thank you so much for spending more of your time with me. Today I figured that I would give you a bit of an Anthurium update. There's a couple new ones that I got, well, one new one that I got that you haven't seen yet, and then I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update with what was going on with a few of the ones in my collection. So, if that is something you are interested in, please stick around. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 out of my, I don't even know how many I have anymore, Anthuriums, because I do have multiples of some as well. But the ones that I wanted to give you updates on, though, are the ones that are sitting here beside me. So I think what I'll do is I will probably go from smallest to largest. That's typically what I tend to do. So I think the smallest one I have here is this little guy. So this is my Magnificum crossed with an Ace of Spades. I don't know what form of Ace of Spades it is crossed with, but it's interesting. I've had this for a while now. I got this from Northern Plant Room a long time ago, and we did have we had a few acclimation issues. I mean, it was really small when I got it. Like it was itty bitty. You can see some of the first leaves on there that came with it. So it was tiny. It's taken a little bit of a while to size up. I'm still pretty new to Anthuriums. I've only had them for, I guess, not even a year and a half. I did start getting them last March in 2022. So I did go through a period of substrate changes with the Mag AOS. I had 6 of them. I did get rid of a couple, and I believe I only have 2 now. I think so. I do have one that is a little bit larger, but I kind of forgot to water it and it's a little droopy. So that one is currently soaking up some water. If it's rehydrated before the end of this video, then I will show you it in comparison to this one, because it is definitely larger than this one. This one had to go through being in a prop box. It went from moss. I think this one actually, I think I had it in perlite first, because I had so many of them that I was trying them in different mediums. And the one that's in the bathroom has just been in soil the entire time. And I'm pretty sure that this one either went from perlite to a tree fern fiber soil mix, or moss to the soil mixture. I can't remember. Either way though, this is the one that I have now. It's still very much a tiny little seedling, but it is one of the hardiest ones that I have. So hopefully by the end of this, I can show you them in comparison to each other. But as I said before, this one did go through kind of a rehab process. It actually has not been in this mixture. It actually has not been in this mixture for very long, maybe 2 months or so. But yeah, oh, not even, because I don't even think, no, we don't even have any real root growth going on. I can see roots, but it's not that they've grown. And the one thing that I have found about using a tree fern fiber and soil mix is that my Anthuriums absolutely love it. They do, they just love it. So this was my Magnificum Ace of Spades. So the next one, since we're going from smallest to largest, okay, so we'll do this one. This one is actually new. I did get it last week. I can already see that acclimating this one, I'm probably going to lose a leaf, but I did just get this one, and it is a Magnificum Nigrillanium cross. Is that what we are? Yeah, Magnificum GG cross, if you can read that. But yeah, so this one I've not even had a week yet. and I can already see that there is a little bit of melting that is going on that leaf there, but it'll be okay. I used to freak out when that happened, but I'm better now. I know that it is definitely an acclimation thing. My conditions right now in this room, my humidity is at 62%. It really doesn't get much higher than that. The lowest I've had is probably 29, and that is more than likely another reason why my anthuriums don't grow so vigorously as other people's, is because I do keep them in my ambient humidity. So I don't have humidifiers going. In the winter, if I feel like it's getting a little bit too low, I will put on the humidifiers, but it really doesn't boost the humidity past 35-40 degrees, or 35-40% at any given time. So this is when I am going to have close to the most humidity until fall comes and we start getting rain. And then it'll just be super humid for about a month. Anyway, I did get this from North Shore Tropicals just recently. It's funny, I wasn't going to buy any more anthuriums. And the plant that I actually went to buy on the website, I didn't end up buying. And it was a philodendron. I saw this one though, and I couldn't pass it up. So I can't wait to see what this one is going to look like when it matures and gets bigger. I did not think I was going to have a GG of any kind, and I wasn't actually looking for it, but I grabbed it and I'm really happy about it. It still has polyfill on it. I'm just kind of tossing that on the floor right now, but it is super cute, and this is the newest member of my anthurium collection, so I did want to show it to you because I did not do an unboxing for this one. Next I have okay, so this is the one that I call the double hybrid. I got this from North Shore Tropicals. It is the Crystallinum crossed with the Magnificum crossed with the Forgetii Lux. So that is this guy right here. And this is another one that I have had for a little while now. And it also had to go through a rehab process. I have learned that when it comes to my seedlings, I definitely have to take more care because I grow all of my anthuriums in ambient humidity. I do have to remember that when I'm dealing with a seedling or I'm dealing with one that's not mature when it comes to acclimating in my home, if they are older, they don't seem to have a problem. If they're more mature, I don't have a problem with them acclimating, but when they are seedlings, I definitely have issues. I have a dark crystal crossed with a dark mama that I'm trying to bring back. I got two of them at the same time I got the Mag Ace of Spades, and one of them I lost. I had one in perlite, I had one in moss. I transferred them to soil way too soon because, again, new with anthuriums. It has been sitting in a prop box now for months, and the only leaf it has on it is so small. So small. I'm just praying. Like, the moss is green now. That's how long it's been in there. But anyway, I do like that I do have two of these as well. I do have one in the prop box. And they look different, and I love that about them, about anthuriums. Like, you can have two seedlings from the same seed batch and they will look nothing alike. But this one though, this double hybrid is just my baby. You can see the Lux coming out there, and that is something that I am super interested in. Although I don't think I will ever own a luxurians because I'll probably kill it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it seems to be a thing. But so this one is number 3, and it is definitely one of my favorites. I can't wait to see this one get more mature. It is going very slowly for me. You're not gonna see like super rapid and, you know, and rapid growth and sizing up. I'm just glad if they size up. I'm not in a hurry for them to grow big fast. So I will enjoy every step of the process that it goes with all of my plants, but especially my anthuriums. Okay, next Next was a wish list plant for me that, again, acclimation has hit this one really, really hard, but I'm confident that it will bounce back. And that is my Anthurium King of Spades. So are we seeing what he looks like right now? Yes, yes, yes. So we got some extreme melting when this one came in to my household. I mean, the roots look good. Nothing has changed there. They're actually growing. Everything else, the stem looks really good. I do have an auxiliary root that is trying to come out there as well. I know that the plant will be okay. I know it will. And as much as I've actually thought about cutting these leaves off, as long as they're still green, I'm gonna leave them on. I'm not seeing any other show of failure in this plant except for these 2 leaves. So I have faith, and there is a leaf that I think will be coming out rather soon as well out of this leaf here. So got my fingers crossed, because this was my #1 wish list plant for this year. And I'm okay if we take a step back, just as long as I don't kill it entirely, because that would completely devastate me. I think that the King of Spades is probably one of the most beautiful to me. So fingers crossed, this one makes it through with as little issues as possible. I have faith though. So here we come to 2 of my favorites when it comes to growth. We have gone through, oh, no. I'm wrong. I am wrong. Hang on. Okay. So plant number 5 on this list is my Crystallinum crossed with a Forgetii. So this right here is the newest leaf. It hasn't hardened off yet. And I know that when it comes to looking at Magnificums and Crystallinums and Forgetiis, except for the sinus on the Forgetii, most of them look very similar. But what I've noticed with this one, I do have 2 of these as well. What I've noticed with this one is that, especially starting with this new leaf, as I keep getting new leaves, the sinuses are starting to fuse. So I'm hoping that when I get the next leaf out of it, it's going to look a bit more like a Forgetii. So because I have 2 of them and they do look different, they've both been very hardy growers. This one out of the 2 is my favorite. It does have more leaves on it, but I believe that the other one's leaves are bigger. We'll see what happens with this one though, because this is the newest leaf. It is still hardening off, so it is going to size up. I do believe it's going to be bigger than this one. And as far as bringing seedlings into my home, this one has been, like, these 2 have been amazing. I did have 3 of them. I did give one to a friend, but the 2 that I have just been absolutely easy to deal with. And as I've found with the Crystallinum and the Forgetiis themselves, they have been very easy for me too. So the fact that the 2 of them are in here and it's done so well with little effort. I've had no acclimation issues at all. That is just amazing to me, but it also makes it one of my favorite little guys. So I'm really excited to see what happens when the next leaf comes out, and I will definitely be sure to update you when that happens, because I am really excited about it. Okay, so that brings me up to number 6. Definitely a classic favorite for me. Before I head into these last 2, I see a lot of hybrids, and they are absolutely beautiful. And I find myself looking for the parent plants as opposed to looking for the hybrids now. And the thing with it is that a lot of the hybrids are double hybrids, or they're a hybrid mixed with, you know, a singular parent plant and stuff like that. They come by so many names. There's so many. And I almost want all of them. But what I want is the parent plants. So one of the first hybrids I got, actually the first hybrid I got, was a Crystal Mag. And after that, I had gotten the Magnificum first, and then I got the Crystal Mag, and then I had to find a Crystallinum. And that's what we are up to here. So here is my Anthurium Crystallinum. So you can see that the leaves are still not huge. I mean, my hand is pretty much bigger than them. There are 2 plants in this pot, and I'm absolutely okay with that. I'm definitely going to have to, I don't want to repot it, but I'm going to have to stabilize this for sure. It has just been one of the most amazing Anthuriums for me. So this one here is the newest leaf on one of the plants, and I think it actually turned out to be the biggest. And then this is the newest leaf on the second plant. And this one is not completely hardened off yet, but it's pretty close. One of the things I love about the Crystallinum is the red edge around each leaf. You are very, very wobbly. Very wobbly. Now, something else I noticed about this Crystallinum though is that this plant here has got a growth point coming out of the bottom of it. So I believe that this one is headed for cataphyll growth, which is fine by me, because when it hits cataphyll growth, I know that we're getting to a matured state. But this plant definitely came to me with, I think it was 3 leaves, 4 leaves. One actually, yeah, one decapitated itself. So I've got 3 new leaves off of this plant since I've had it, and absolutely no issues whatsoever. The roots look good. It actually seems a little dry, which is funny because I'm pretty sure I watered it just the other day. But it by no means is it root bound or anything like that. They are starting to wrap themselves around the bottom. But with the Anthuriums, I know that they can take being root bound. They don't mind it at all. And this is just one of my favorite wonky Anthuriums, because we definitely have issues with these petioles. But yeah, so that is my Anthurium Crystallinum, who I'm absolutely in love with. This last one, which right now is a current favorite. It was an impulse buy I bought at an Equigenera pop-up. I'm just going to show you because I can't even explain it. This is my Anthurium Bessier AF. Yeah. I got this plant with this leaf on it, which has just started to crisp up a little bit more, and this leaf here on the plant it came with, and what was this? This was March of this year that I got these. It did previously throw out a leaf that again decapitated itself. I guess that's a humidity thing. You'd be surprised at how many of my Anthuriums will do that. But then once they do, I will get not a leaf like this, but the next leaf that comes out will usually be amazing. But this one is not done hardening off. I don't even, it's, if you turn it around and you look at the back, like this leaf is the entire length of its petiole. It's almost touching the soil. I don't even, it's got a little bit of damage on the side over here, but that is literally from resting up against this leaf here. I thought about cutting this leaf off also, but it's not ready to go. But I mean, look at that. That is just, that is stunning. Stunning. Look at the color of that. I can't even, I look at it all the time. All the time. And this one actually came from cataphyll growth. So the leaf that decapitated itself did come from a leaf sheath, but this one here came from cataphyll growth, and I don't even know what to say. I've heard people say that they've had problems with them, and I could end up having problems with this plant. At the moment, I don't have problems with it. I don't have problems with it crisping. I did hear that was also an acclimation thing, but it was just a little bit of crisping around the edge. I've had no real issues with it since. It's now August, so March, April, May, June, July. So I've had this plant 5 months now, and I could not be any happier with this. If I could even cut off these other 2 leaves, which I won't, because this one is still like an amazing leaf, but this is everything to me right now. Everything. And you can see the roots around this one are just thick and meaty and oh so happy. So that is my Anthurium Bessier F. That brings us to the end of my Anthurium updates. As more things happen, you will be getting more of them from me. Like I said, I do still have 2 Anthuriums that are in prop boxes right now. One I should be able to pull out relatively soon, and that's my other double hybrid. So that's my other Crystal Mag crossed with a Forgetti Lux. But the dark crystal crossed with the dark mama is going to be, that one's gonna take, it seems like it's going to take forever. And it is in like a high humidity. And literally the leaf on it is maybe the size of, I don't even have anything that I can show you. That the leaf is, it's super small. To me though, that also tells me that the fact that it is trying to survive, I hope, fingers crossed, means that when we can get it to a point where it is growing and it is pumping out leaves, that it's going to be a hardy one as well. Because out of the 2 that I had, I lost one entirely, and this one seems to be a fighter. But you'll get updates on those along the way. Right now, I did just want to give you updates on the ones that are kind of doing the most for me right now. So that being said, I hope you are all safe and well. Please like and consider subscribing to my channel. I also have Instagram under the same name, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.